Grand Rising, you guys. I just wanted to jump on here and share a powerful message with you and a download that I received from Spirit. If you're still struggling to heal and let go of some things, then I'm going to tell you why. That's right. I'm going to cut you in on the secret. When it comes to healing, and I had a powerful discussion with someone very close to me recently in regards to this very subject. And one thing that they said that was very true is that it is knowledge that shall set you free. And just like it says in the Bible, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So in regards to healing, if you're still finding it difficult to let go of the pain and hurt that someone caused you from the past, then it's probably because you still aren't seeing the bigger picture. What do I mean by the bigger picture? Well, all of us have higher selves. And that higher self is pure love and divinity. Every single person. And before we come here, our higher selves get together and they create soul contracts in order for us to each fulfill a specific purpose, in order for us to each clear out any karmic debts, in order for us to each learn our own soul lessons. And so each individual has to play a certain part. Each individual is the catalyst for change in each other's lives. Now, when it comes to those roles, sometimes one of us has to be the villain, and one of us has to be the quote-unquote hero. Now, it's very important to remember that there is no separation. That's right. There is no separation. When it comes to Source, God is everything. Source is me, Source is you, Source is the trees, Source is the sky, the moon, the sun, and even they are playing a role. We're all just different aspects of one divine energy. Now that we have that out the way, let's go back to the healing aspect. So say you have a parent who betrayed you, who abandoned you. That parent is playing a role that you actually selected for them in this lifetime, so that your soul can evolve, so that you can learn certain lessons. Perhaps that lesson was trusting in yourself, not letting others control you or dictate how you live your life. Learning not to people please, something many of us learn at home. Learning to love yourself. And so their higher selves actually has to sacrifice in order to play that role. Think about it. You are a being of pure love and pure light. But in order for you to play this role of the villain, you have to almost come down a notch. You have to lower your frequency. This is the sacrifice that their soul made for you. In order for you to live out this simulation and to learn your lessons. Because see, the knowledge part of this is knowing that none of this is real. and remembering that we are all souls here to evolve. And so when you look at it that way, just as Shakespeare said in his famous line, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players. You see, that had a deeper meaning. And for me, what that is translated into is that we each come here in these bodies, in these uniforms, in order to serve one another through the roles that we each play. Roles that are sometimes, unfortunately, outside of our true divine character. And so when it comes to healing, what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and meditate. And I want you to envision the inner child of that person who you're holding on to the hurt from. And I want you to envision their higher self, the pure God being that they are. Because that is who they truly are. The role that they have played in your life was simply to be a catalyst for some type of change, awakening, and evolution inside of you. But it is not until you see the truth of who they are, which is God, which is Source. Because remember, there is no separation. Simply playing this role for you, then you will be able to let them go, to forgive them. Because yes, forgiveness is for us. That's right. Forgiveness is for you, to free your soul, to clear out your heart chakra. But it is also for them. Because when you're holding on that energy of unforgiveness, you are keeping a cord attached between the two of you. And whether or not you know it, you are keeping the connection going, whether it's good or bad. So in order to free yourself, in order to free them, you must see through the illusion of this hurt and pain that you feel that they caused you. Because remember, it's not really them. We are souls encapsulated in bodies. Their soul is just as pure and beautiful as yours. So once again, when it comes to knowledge, the knowledge that is going to set you free is the knowing that there is no separation. If you haven't already read the book by Florence Scovel Shinn, it's called The Game of Life and How We Play It. I highly recommend that you read that book because you will be able to better understand what it is that I'm talking about and how to truly free yourself from spiritual warfare. Because understand that you are truly only at war with yourself. Because when you understand that everything is happening in order to serve you, and that you are innately somehow attracting these things into your life, then you will be able to set yourself free. You will be able to live in peace no matter what comes. You will be able to maintain your joy even in the midst of sorrow. So when it comes to healing, the way that you are truly going to heal is by seeing the higher truth of what first caused the pain. See, many of us have lived past lives, and there were certain lessons that we did not learn. And so in this life, your soul chose to relive some of those same hurts and pain so that you can transmute the energy, so that you can learn unconditional love, and so that you can evolve. Our souls are so pure and beautiful. Everything is literally happening to you for a reason. And honestly, when you begin to hold true compassion in your heart, you will be able to see that those people who hurt you, they're actually suffering more than you. Because remember, hurt people hurt people. Many of them don't even know why they hurt you. But honestly, the reason is because it was meant to teach you something. Even if they don't know that they're being used in order to assist you, that's exactly what's happening. Because remember, God is everything. God is everyone. So God knows exactly what you need in order to learn, in order to grow. And some of those lessons can hurt like hell. But once you start to understand, it's nothing personal, and that these lessons are actually something that you contracted, that your soul called in, you will have mercy, you will have grace, and you will have compassion with these people. Because remember, like I said before, their higher selves actually have to come down a level in order to play that role for you. So you should actually hold gratitude for them. Thank them, thank their higher selves for playing that role. Unfortunately, many of them have forgotten who they are, so they forget that they're playing a role, and they have to find their way back home. But that's a part of their journey. Their higher selves would have never played that role if it didn't think that they had the strength in order to find their way back eventually. You see, we all find our way back home eventually. For some of us, it may take more lifetimes than others, but when you are an eternal being, what's one lifetime? When you're an eternal being, I don't think many of us grasp the full concept of eternity. There is no end. There is no beginning. There is only expansion and evolution. So if they don't get it in this lifetime or even the next, they will eventually get it. And so even the role that you're playing is helping them as well. the role that you're playing is just as significant in their life and for their growth. But in order for you to let go, because as I said before, the conversation between me and this person was that we have to eventually let go of healing and step into our purpose. Now, this is true, even though in a way I feel as though we are always healing. Because once you stop growing, you stop living. So there's always going to be something that presents itself, which allows you the opportunity to heal, to grow, to expand, even to weigh how far you've come in your healing journey by the way that you respond to certain situations. Perhaps the universe will present the same situation to you, sometimes in order to see if you have truly healed. So healing is a constant process. However, there does have to come a point where you step out of your shell. You step out of that bubble and you allow yourself to be seen by the world. And you do that through accepting who you are and where you are. And knowing that it was never about perfection anyway. You don't have to be 100% healed in order to be 100% whole. Because remember, you are divine. You are God. You are love. No matter how many wounds or scars that you bear, you are still whole. You are still divine, no matter what thoughts run through your mind. You are whole no matter what you say, what you know and what you don't know. You are always divine. And having certain wounds does not take away your divinity. You don't have to be perfect in order to step into a certain role, in order to help others, in order to shine your light. You see, that is the ego that tells you that you have to perform, that you have to look a certain way and talk a certain way and act a certain way in order to shine your light, in order to be an inspiration to others. You are good enough just as you are, and you are ready. Because there are some things that only experience can allow you to grow. Only experience can allow you to heal. Like being in a relationship with other people. So allow yourself to step out of this cloak of healing because you think that you're not healed enough in order to move forward. Or you think that you're not healed enough in order to speak the truth. You can speak the truth and still be learning. As they say, the teacher must also be the student. Which means that even while you're teaching and sharing your experiences and wisdom with others, it's okay for you to still be in a space of learning. It is okay for you to make mistakes. And many of us who have had to heal from narcissistic abuse, that's a heavy pill for us to swallow because we've been taught that you have to perform in order to be good enough. It's not true. A part of that healing is simply accepting yourself as you are, without letting others dictate how you feel about yourself, without allowing your state of mind and your emotions to dictate whether or not you're worthy. You are always worthy, even in the midst of making a mistake, even in the midst of falling down. Your divinity does not change. We were taught that it does, that you're somehow a sinner, but you're divine. No matter what you do, no matter who you are. And those people that hurt you, they are also divine. So allow yourself to see through the illusions and to see the truth of who they are. And that is going to set you free. Allow yourself to see the truth of what they were meant to teach you. And I promise you, it's going to allow your heart chakra to open. Because you will begin to see everyone through the eyes of compassion. You see, Christ's consciousness resides within all of us. It is an energy. That energy that Christ carried was source energy. And guess what you hold inside of you? Guess what you are? You are also created and derived from source energy. So just as Christ tried to tell you, we are the same. We are no different. But the lesson that Yeshua came to teach was Christ consciousness, unconditional love. That is what we truly are. And with unconditional love, there is no separation. If there were a separation, then it would be conditional. We are meant to love ourselves and others unconditionally. But you can only do that through seeing the truth and seeing through the illusion of separation in the first place. Evil is unreal and leaves no mark. This is a famous line from Florence Scovel Shinn's book. That is very true. And what that means is that there is no separation. Once you begin to understand that everything is God, what you consider the light and the darkness are both one, both meant to be the catalyst of change and transformation. Because remember, you can grow and evolve just as much in the darkness as you can in the light. So it serves a great purpose. But when you can let go of looking at people from a sense of being good or bad, when you can stop seeing them as villains and start seeing them as catalysts, it will change the game for you. I love you. It's time for you to set your heart free. And it's so funny because I'm just now noticing why Spirit led me to wear this outfit, because green represents the heart chakra and pink represents love and compassion as well. Everything serves a purpose. Everything matters, and sometimes we might not understand right away. But once you sit back and you begin to see the bigger picture, you will realize that everything has always been happening for you, to prepare you, to strengthen you, to even empower you. So do yourself a favor and give yourself the purest, most loving gift, and that is forgiveness for yourself and for others, because there is truly nothing to forgive when you understand that all of this was orchestrated before you even came here in order to fulfill your true purpose, your soul purpose. You are God having a human experience. And in spite of what is happening around you or what you feel that is happening to you, know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. You are not being punished. You are not cursed. All of these things were orchestrated in order to lead you right into your destiny and your divine purpose. Peace and love, family.